can glean and share from your own investigation, does that rise to the level of criminal intent? Or at the end of the day, is that the Russians doing what many people know they've done, which is throw a lot of stuff at the United States with or without American encouragement?
What we see is really classic Russian tradecraft, and that is they'll make outreaches to people, to Americans. They'll begin by using intermediaries. They'll then see whether there's a receptivity to the approach, and if there is, they'll follow it up with other approaches. And this is the pattern we see with the approach through the professor to Papadopoulos, then the approach through the foreign ministry, then the approach through the meeting at Trump Tower. And you see that they're getting the message effectively back from the Trump campaign. Yes, we are receptive to this. In fact, the president himself, as candidate, says quite publicly that he wants the Russians to help by hacking, and you see the Russians come through. Now, whether there is sufficient proof of conspiracy beyond a reasonable doubt involving the Trump campaign, Bob Mueller is in the best position to know. What I can see are different pieces of this puzzle. But what I can see also has missing pieces. I don't know, for example, who Papadopoulos talked to about the Russian approach. We were going to bring in John Mashburn, one of the policy advisors for the Trump campaign, this week. He'd agreed to come in, but as soon as we informed the majority he was going to come testify, the majority intervened to tell him not to come. The majority doesn't want to know who in the Trump campaign was aware of this approach and who might have been in the know prior to the meeting in Trump Tower. But Bob Mueller knows at this point, and we'll just have to wait to see whether the next indictment on the hacking and dumping operation, if there is another, is focused on Americans.